Hello, this is the G-Baby, and welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun Dark Dawn. Let's check out the upper tier of the Goma Highlands road. How do you get ambushed by two apes like that? They're huge! How does it even work? How do you miss something like that? But alright, so we got all new weapons on my party members, so I'm just going to be using that for a little while. Once I master these, then I'll go back to using Synergy and other stuff more. But unfortunately, I don't have a Mars Genie that can attack. So I can't exploit the elemental weakness for a Djinn kill on those guys. And let's see. Now, after that battle, you see the Temis Axe, I don't have any weapon skill on there, even though I did attack twice in that battle. Don't worry, you do actually get weapon experience for it. It's just not showing up until you get a sufficient amount of it. I don't know specifically or precisely how that works, but we're getting experience for it, don't worry. You might need to, like, unlock the first ability on it, or the Unleash effect, before it'll actually show whatever experience you've got up to that point. But alright, so if you go all the way around here, you can get to that genie over there. A Jupiter genie. Just missing one of those. Okay, so this guy has 151 HP, but it can't run away, so don't worry about that. Miss. Well, normally, what I would do in the second round is I would unleash Flint to kill the Jupiter Genie there. But since I missed there, I wouldn't have had enough damage to kill the guy anyway. So, yeah, we'll just go one more round. Unleash Flint, because that exploits the elemental weakness of a Jupiter Genie, and we get a little more experience from the guy. Hooray! In addition to getting a new genie. By the way, other than Flint, all of the Djinn that I've captured up to this point are permanently missable. So if you haven't gotten all the ones that I have up to now, you want to make sure you do before we get to a no turning back point. But yeah, you see with the Gust Genie that I just got there, on Karis, it improves some of her stats a little bit, but if I gave it to the guys, that would change their job class into something worse, and thus they lose stats there, so you want to watch out for that. But alright, we're done with our business over there. Let's just get back to where we were, and I think I neglected to talk to an NPC over here. Oh, okay. Nice. Well, nothing we can do about that now, but I do want to rest up before moving on to the next area. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to use a genie, or an inn, instead of a genie. Usually I like to use Djinn to restore my HP and synergy throughout the game, but I haven't gotten any of those yet, so I have to use an inn. Yeah. Feels so dirty. But alright, let's see. I want to sell some excess items. Let's get rid of smoke bombs. They inflict the delusion status, kind of like Surround in the Dragon Warrior games. It reduces their accuracy of the enemies. But let's see, I'll just sell those Sun Saga books for now, because I'm not going to be using them for a while. Just clear the inventory space, and yeah, I can buy them back later because they're rare items. But yeah, you see here, we've got all these herbs, so I can just give them all to one character. You can stack them up to 30 on someone, and I like giving my consumables to whoever's in the lead of my party, because whenever I open up a chest, they're going to be the first ones to get any consumable items, or whatever items I get. But alright, so with the new Gust genie we got, that's an attack genie, so you just unleash it. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, I'm going to do that a little quickly there. But you see, I unleashed the genie, got the Djinn kill, and we get a little more experience. But alright, let's check out Carver's Lumberyard. You might remember this area from the other side that we tried going into, but we couldn't go anywhere from there. Whoa! Okay, I'll watch out for that. I don't think any of us have facial hair, though. But alright, let's see. So, let's get around the lower area first before using that gondola there. And let's see, we gotta get past all those logs that are in our way. So, just use Whirlwind, climb the tree, and we can get around them that way. Hooray! And let's see, get that out of the way. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't use, like, the move synergy on these logs just to move them out of the way like that. Nah, you gotta push them, they're too big. Let's see, in here, we've got our first summon tablets. By default, you already have access to the monocolor summons, whether it's like 1, 2, or 3 Mars Djinn or whatever. But with these summon tablets, you can get multicolored Djinn, or, well, multicolored summons that require different colors of Djinn to put together, and they also usually have some other effect attached to it other than raw damage. I'm not going to use them, but I'm going to collect them anyway. That one is also permanently missable. So, yeah, make sure you collect it if you want to be able to use it later on. Now, let's see. This will actually take us away from where I'll be ultimately going. But there are a couple treasures that I can pick up here. So let's see. Now, you might remember this part from the western entrance. I think I briefly showed that off, but we couldn't go anywhere. But once you push this pillar down there, we can! You could go down there to the other side if you had stuff you wanted to do, or Djinn you didn't pick up, but I already did. And let's see, under the flower, we get a nut for Karis. Who wouldn't want to give her one? And under here, we get another item. Huh, Matthew, you animal. But alright, yeah, that is a consumable item that raises your defense there, so let's give that to Karis, being a mage-type character. She could use a little help there. I do want to give the Chill Genie to Matthew now, even though it does reduce his stats because it changes his job class to something worse. There is going to be a genie coming up that is weak to Mercury, and I want Matthew to be able to exploit it, because he's a bit slower. Oh, wow, that was fast. So yeah, there's also Djinn that you can encounter randomly out in the wild. As long as you're in a particular area, you can encounter them. So this being a Mars genie, it's weak to Mercury, so yeah, just unleash Chill, and you're good to go. I don't think Djinn, like, had that rainbow kill visually display in the previous games, but they do here. And we get our first Mars attack genie. Hooray! Yeah, and one thing about this game compared to the previous ones, Djinn, even if they're the same elements, they have different, what is it? Well, they look different from all the other ones, so that's pretty nice. They don't all just look the same like before. So you see there, I gave Matthew both Mars Djinn because that upgrades his job class, gives him better stats there. So let's see, we got a new enemy there, a bat that is weak to Jupiter. I would like to exploit that there. By the way, whenever you unleash Djinn, that does not count towards your weapon mastery. You have to use the regular attack command if you want to do that. But I would still recommend killing enemies using Djinn whenever possible because of the experience you could get out of it. And there we got a new enemy, Wolfkin Cub. Those guys are weak to Mars. The problem here is that I don't think I can guarantee Tyrell to act before Matthew if he were to unleash the Fever Genie. But alright, we mastered the new weapon there for Karis, a little quicker than I usually do, but that's good. And now, I'll just unleash the Fever Genie and Gust Genie to get the Djinn kills on these guys. I would not go insane over trying to get Djinn kills on everything. I mean, try at least. But if you get a critical hit, or something else goes wrong that prevented you from getting a Djinn kill, don't worry about it. It's not that critical. But it is a good idea if you are able. I would not, let's say I had 3 enemies that were weak to Jupiter right now. I wouldn't go unleash Gust, set it, then kill the next one with Gust, set it, then kill the No, I'm not gonna go that insane over it. The game gives you more than enough experience as it is. As long as you do what you can. You don't need to kill every enemy like that, though. For the most part, I really don't care about normal experience levels in general, really. Except, for one character, I think. But as you do gain experience levels, you do get access to more synergy depending on your job class. So you see here, this is the gate where we need to use the gate card that we picked up earlier. So, yeah, just like the guy did, ring the bell, talk to the guy, show the card, boom, you can get moving there. So if you haven't gone through the Synergy training grounds, this would be the time to do so. You could go back to the other side through the Goma Highlands Road there, if you needed to do that, but I do not. Let's just ring the bell. No! Oh, okay. No, I was just messing with you, pal. Let's try that again. Hope he conveniently forgets. Yeah, that's where I want to go to meet up with Kraden. You can see it from that far away. I'll just assume you know. By the way, someone was saying, H.C. Bailey, it doesn't matter which chest you open at the end of the Synergy training grounds. Whichever one you open first would have the gate card in it. So, I actually have not personally tested that out, but that's what someone was saying. Oh, a genie! Oh, this one will be easy to catch. By the way, whenever you acquire Djinn, if they're in a village or a peaceful area, generally all you need to do is find them and they'll just join your party without a fight. But if they're out in the wild or in a dungeon, you'll usually have to fight them. But alright, so we get a new really good genie there, Flower, which not only upgrades, I almost said Garrett, but no, that wouldn't be right, Tyrell's job class there, but it's also a really good genie because it's a multi-targeted healing genie. It seems kind of odd that they give it to you so early in this game compared to The Lost Age. I think that was the one that had it, wasn't it? Not the first game? Whichever one it was. But yeah, they give you access to multi-targeted healing before the single-targeted healing. Seems kind of strange there, but okay. So yeah, I will be using the Flower Genie to heal up as much as I can, so I don't need to waste consumables or synergy or anything like that. But alright, got a new enemy here, Hobble. This guy is also weak to Jupiter. They do have quite a bit of HP, so even if all of my party members hit them, I might not be able to kill them. Even just one. But I would like to get the Djinn kill, at least on one of them. And that'll be fine. And yeah, I need to use Flower right now. Karis just took some really hard hits there. Don't worry about it though. Physical defense is not a huge concern in the long run. Eventually we will find armor in dungeons, rare armor, or there'll be artifacts that we can buy at shops, or whatever. I would not buy vanilla armor for my party members. It's just not worth it. They have no abilities attached to them, or anything that makes them special. But if you can find some, so much the better. Yeah, you see now that we got the first ability unlocked on the Temis's Axe, now you're seeing the weapon skill experience that we're getting for that. Okay, so let's check out the Konpa Ruins. There's a little puddle of water there, but we can't do anything with that. So don't worry about it. No, seriously, there is nothing we can do with that. Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look around. I'm surprised the place hasn't been totally pilfered yet. Oh, okay. Well, we've already got one of them here. So, but we gotta get... There, you see there's holes in that flower design there, and we need to find some blocks to fit into there. If only there were an item that could help me decipher those glyphs, but sadly I don't have one. And this is largely going to be a puzzle dungeon, although there are enemies around here. Eventually, there are enemies here? No? There is one weird thing about this game. I'm not absolutely certain, but I get the feeling sometimes like the encounter rate resets whenever you go into a new room. Like, I went through a big dungeon in the mid-game without, running into a single encounter, even though there are enemies that can show up there. I just never saw one, and I didn't even use the avoid synergy or anything that would mitigate the encounter rates. But whatever works. So I will just go through the dungeons at a normal pace, and if I run into new enemies, great. If I don't, well, too bad. But alright, so yeah, now that once you move that pillar with the orb, you saw I pulled it towards me with the move synergy there. Sorry, I got kind of sidetracked while I was doing all that stuff. But yeah, so you pull it towards you, it activates this part of the ruins, and then we can keep on going. So let's see, in this room, we need to use the move synergy to get these statues onto these glowing tiles to, yeah, bring out more of these platforms for us to hop across. And we got a Synergy Stone there, but I can't quite reach it from here yet. Unfortunately, I do have to go left here, then go to the right, then go back to the left if I want to get that Synergy Stone there. You can't just go to the right first, because you wouldn't be able to access some of these statues here. You wouldn't have those platforms in the way for you to, get around to get up to this point. So, not that I really need the Synergy Stone there, but it's the principle of the thing. It's there. I want it. Okay, so let's see. Let's heal up a little bit before using the Synergy Stone there. How's our HP looking? Good, good. Alright, yeah, set our Djinn back and then we'll get going. Yeah, unfortunately I can't jump all the way up there from where the Symmetry Stone was. It was just too far away. Okay, so yeah, getting that orb going back there also activated this part, and here's another one of those little flower petals that'll go into the central room that I went to before. But I'm not gonna go back down there right now. I'll just wait until I get the other two pieces, and then I'll push them all into place. Okay, so if we press that one... Haha! So this dungeon might look pretty open-ended, but is really a very limited number of places that you can go at any given time because of, well, puzzles or platforms just aren't there for you yet to do stuff or whatever. Oh, okay. So I guess we're gonna need our Whirlwind Synergy for this one. You're going to be seeing this a lot in dungeons where they have like one wing for one element, then another wing of the dungeon for another element, and puzzles that involve using that synergy, and so on and so forth. And let's see, well, we got some fans going, or whatever those things do. Now, we don't actually have the flowers down here, but they still do the same thing. Just use your Whirlwind Synergy, raise them up. You can use them as a temporary platform to get to the other side. So just raise up these 6 platforms, and that'll be good to go. And, well, we gotta do the same thing here if you want to get up to that chest. But can we find a way to decipher the glyphs in the Konpa Ruins? Find out next time on Let's Play Golden Sun Dark Dawn. This is H.G. Bailey signing off. Have a good day!